Hey, artists of Oli, let's talk about face proportions. Because although we all look different, no two of us have the same face, there are certain things that are almost always consistent from one person to another. So let's take a look at those. Set up a piece of paper just by dividing it in half horizontally and vertically, and then make a good-sized oval that's centered right on the middle of that. It says draw light till you get it right on a lot of these slides, which means just don't make heavy marks on the paper yet. Keep them light so they don't dig into the paper. Now, interestingly enough, the distance between your eyes and chin is the same as the difference between your eyes and the top of your head. That's one of the main things people do that doesn't work out, is that they'll try to draw with a head that stops here above the eyes, because that's the way we think, but that's not what actually happens. Let me get rid of this stupid thing here. Okay, so again, the distance from eyes to chin is the same as from eyes to the top of the head. So we're going to place our eyes right here on the middle line. Ooh, look at that nice evil red pupils. Woohoo! All right. The other thing is that your eyes are each about as wide as the distance between your eyes is. So that's why you're going to imagine that there's a third one in the middle and put them at that distance from each other, and they'll look right. And remember, draw light till you get it right. Let's add some irises and pupils just to kind of placehold right now. These aren't meant to be an accurate picture of anybody. We're just showing where things are. And you notice that your pupils aren't circles. You can't see the whole pupil at once unless somebody's extremely scared or just had a bad facelift. Otherwise, you're only going to see part of the eye. Now, if you touch your closed eyelids, feel how far apart the pupil in the center of your eye is. Well, that's the length of your nose. So make a mark down there at the bottom for the length of your nose. The distance from the end of your, we're just going to put a couple of marks in there to indicate where the nose would be. Again, this isn't a picture of anyone. This is a proportion study. Make a circle that ends right at the end of the nose mark. Add some half circles next to it. Now, from the bottom of the nose to the chin, guess what's halfway? The line in the middle of your lips is halfway. Not your upper lip, not your lower lip, the place where they meet in the middle. Your upper lip will have two bumps on it like this. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you can verify that, while your lower lip usually only makes one curve that goes down but doesn't have the dips in it. So just draw in a couple like that. How wide is your mouth? About the same as the distance from pupil to pupil. So measure down like that, make some guidelines, and that'll tell you if you need to adjust how wide that mouth is that you just drew. And again, nobody ever believes this, but this distance here and this distance here are the same. Everybody thinks that's drawing too much skull up there, but that's how much there is. Try it on yourself. Look in the mirror. Hold up a pencil. Hold up a certain, measure it with a pencil. You'll see. Okay. Now your ears are about the same height and about the same up or down position as the distance from your eyes to your nose. And your neck is just a little wider, if you look at yourself straight on in the mirror, than the distance between your eye pupils. And of course that varies by person. Some of us have wider and narrower necks, but that's the typical proportion. All right, now I do want you to photograph and turn this drawing in, and we are going to continue to improve upon this. So please make sure you finish it, take a picture, and send it in.